Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Temple Buddhist Center's Sunday meditation service. My name is Victor, and I'm honored to be of service this morning. We hope that your experience today is one of spiritual nourishment, and we hope that our service finds you all happy and healthy. But please know that if in any way, shape, or form you find yourself struggling, we hope that our service today can be a source of refuge for you as we open our hearts to you and to your loved ones. We are excited to be able to celebrate our services in person once again. And we are excited to do so, as I said. We would like to do so as safely as possible, so masks are recommended, respect and tolerance are encouraged. We appreciate your part in helping us to meet the needs of our Sangha and keeping everybody safe and healthy. Let's begin this morning with a few conscious breaths. A conscious breath is where we seal the mouth, breathe deeply through the nose, hold that breath for a few moments, and then release slowly so that the exhale is longer than the inhale. And if you've got like allergies or a stuffy nose, then of course make adjustments as necessary. So let's begin with our first conscious breath together. Holding that breath for just a moment. Feeling the fullness of the lungs, relaxing the shoulders. And as you release slowly in sort of a metered fashion. Nice, long, slow release. And as you release, check in with the body. What is present in the body in this moment? It might be an anxiety or a joy. It could be a restlessness or a sense of ease. But regardless of what it is, we embrace the truth of the moment instead of our thoughts about the way we wish it were. And a second conscious breath together. Holding that breath for just a moment. And releasing slowly. And as you release, giving yourself permission to unplug from that energy of going and doing and striving and efforting, as we take time now to cultivate the energy of being, that energy that requires nothing of us, that is a boundless, endless source. And a third conscious breath together. Holding for a moment. And releasing slowly. And as you release, bringing into your awareness the present moment. The present moment might seem like a small increment of time, but it actually has no beginning and no end. We are always arriving. And just a reminder that we have cough drops and tissues and listening devices and blankets all at the altar at the back of the meditation hall. There are also a few extra cushions up front for those of you that may want to do the meditation time sitting cross-legged on a cushion. You are welcome to come up and claim a cushion for your own. Here at Temple Buddhist Center, we like to begin our service with a little bit of chanting. Chanting is an integral part of every tradition. Chanting is not about being a singer. It is about having a voice. It is about an expression of the sacred from within to without, in synchronizing our voices and our energy. Our chant today is Metta, Karuna, Mudita, Upekkha. This, in the Sanskrit language, is an ancient chant that represents the four faces of the heart, or also known as the Brahma Viharas, or the heavenly abodes. Metta stands for love or loving kindness. Karuna is compassion for all beings, including ourselves. And mudita is joy or sympathetic joy, which means a win for anyone is a win for us all. And finally, upekkha, which is equanimity, that ability to be present and still in the face of all situations. And so, metta, karuna, mudita, upekkha, and I will invite Rochelle to tone us in as we take a conscious breath together. Together. Metta, karuna, mudita, upekkha. 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 And with a slight smile, metta, karuna, mudita, upekkha. Once more. Metta, karuna, mudita, upekkha. Here at Temple Buddhist Center, we practice Western Buddhism, which is a blend of Eastern philosophy and Western psychology. And this new and exciting form of spirituality is dynamic, it is active, it is growing and changing with us, it is inclusive, and it focuses on core Buddhist insights as well as mindfulness, meditation, and their practical applications in our daily lives. Our goal here is not to get everyone to agree on a specific lineage or philosophy or sect of Buddhism, but rather it is on a shared experience of mindfulness, oneness, and love. Whether we are chanting together, sharing from the heart, or spending time in noble silence, we respect that you will participate at a level that is comfortable for you. We take refuge in the three jewels and acknowledge these core values as expressions of the awakened mind, the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Sangha. We value awareness of our own Buddha nature, as well as the Buddha nature of each person we meet, bringing a fresh new perspective to each and every precious moment. And the second jewel, the Dharma, the truth teachings that release us from fear and sorrow and delusion and help us to realize the true nature of who we are. And finally, Sangha, our spiritual community, where we come together to practice the teachings and to help each other along every step of the path. So let's take a moment now to silence any cell phones or electronic devices for all of our Sangha members joining us from home and from around the world. Whatever you need to do to prepare your surroundings for a time in meditation and contemplation. We're going to begin with the prayer of refuge. We will recite this together 3 times. All right, and together, in Buddha, Dharma, and Sangha, we go for refuge until fully awakened through the power of generosity, ethics, patience, enthusiastic effort, concentration, and wisdom. For the sake of all beings, may we realize and demonstrate our innate goodness. In Buddha, Dharma, and Sangha, we go for refuge until fully awakened through the power of generosity, ethics, patience, enthusiastic effort, concentration, and wisdom. For the sake of all beings, may we realize and demonstrate our innate goodness. In Buddha, Dharma, and Sangha, we go for refuge until fully awakened through the power of generosity, ethics, patience, enthusiastic effort, concentration, and wisdom. For the sake of all beings, may we realize and demonstrate our innate goodness. And so, as we prepare now for a time in meditation, if you have an extensive practice, then we invite you to meditate in a way that is fitting for you this morning. If you find that you are new to meditation, then we're going to begin with a dedication of intention. We will awaken the bell 3 times for the 3 jewels. And then I will lead us in a brief guided meditation that is designed to assist you in moving into the stillness. We will spend approximately 10 to 12 minutes this morning in noble silence, connecting with each other in consciousness, connecting through the heart. And so let's take a conscious breath together. Body, speech, and mind, in perfect oneness, I send my heart along with the sound of the bell. May the hearers awaken from forgetfulness, transcend the path of anxiety and sorrow, and realize the true nature of who they are. And so as the sound of the bell decays, guiding us into stillness, you can check in with the body once more to see if you need to make any micro adjustments or stretch or adjust the posture. And we bring our awareness to the breath, the rise and the fall of the tummy with each inhale and exhale. The breath is always in the present moment, and so is a wonderful teacher. Breathing in, I calm. Breathing out, I smile at life. The body becoming gentle, spacious, and light. Releasing any points of tension, such as the forehead, the eyebrows, the jaw. Perhaps the shoulders are tense or rigid. Partnering with the body for ease and a sense of spaciousness. And as your breath settles into its natural flow, its natural rhythm, we can bring our awareness now to awareness itself. Noticing when the mind becomes aware of a sound in the room or outside. And when you notice that the mind is attached to a sound, gently and lovingly, simply return to the breath. Return to this moment. You may become aware that the mind has attached to a sensation, like an itch or hot or cold or a tummy rumble. When you notice that the mind has become aware of this sensation, gently and lovingly come back to the breath. You may become aware that the mind has attached to a thought, or perhaps even 3 or 4. When you notice that the mind is attached to thinking, again, just gently and lovingly coming back to this moment, to this breath. Every time you notice the mind has wandered, it's an opportunity to awaken, to come back to this moment and to this breath. It is indeed a celebration every time. 100,000 times is not too many times to come back to the breath. And with this, we can move even more deeply into the stillness. I close my eyes and I see clearly. I stop trying to listen and I hear truth. I am silent, yet my heart sings. I seek no contact and find union. I am still and move forward. I am gentle and need no strength. I am humble and remain whole, returning again and again to the breath, returning again and again home. So I invite you to remain in a meditative state as you bring your awareness to the sense door of sound, noticing the sound of my voice or the sound of the air handlers in the room. And as you do so, and you become aware of sound, can you also keep 5% of your awareness on the silent stillness within? Next, I invite you to bring your awareness to the sense door of touch as you notice the feeling of your clothing upon your skin, or the feeling of the chair or the cushion beneath you. And as you become aware of the sense door of touch, become aware of material, matter, and form, at the same time, can you keep 5% of your awareness on that which is formless? Awareness of awareness. Next, I invite you to bring your awareness to the sense door of sight as you slowly begin to open your eyes, not focusing hard on anything, just allowing the images to come to you, letting in some light. And as you become aware of things and objects, at the same time, can you keep 5% of your awareness on the space around them, in and through? And next, I invite you to bring your awareness to the breath as we take a conscious breath together. And as you release, become present in the here and the now, in this time and this place. All right, so good morning, everyone. It's so nice to be here with everybody and be present with you and to share the practice. We have a special presentation for you today. Just think of it kind of like if the Buddha were on Broadway. Nicoya and I had an opportunity to share this play. It could turn into a musical before the day's over, possibly. But we had an opportunity to share this with the Buddha and the Bean one morning. We thought we would enjoy sharing it with you guys and thought you might enjoy it as well. So today's Dharma talk is in the form of this short skit adapted from Stephen Levine's book, Embracing the Beloved. And this skit is called Installing Love. Installing Love. And the talk today is both content and contextual, because play is an important and joyous aspect of love. And so with that, if you need to stretch or take a conscious breath, we will now move into our Dharma talk.
Good morning, Victor.
Why, Nicoya, fancy meeting you here. Hello.
You know, we were so busy planning this that I forgot to ask you about your Valentine's Day plans.
Oh, well,
coming up tomorrow.
Yes, it is. Tomorrow's Valentine's Day. And, well, I didn't really have any plans because up until a few days ago, well, you know, Valentine's Day is, I'm kind of triggered a little bit by Valentine's Day. I'm not really in a relationship, and I don't have anyone to exchange Valentine's gifts with, and it's kind of a commercial thing anyway.
Yeah, I hear you about that. It's a little overdone. But did I just catch you say something about up until a few days ago? Like something changed?
Yeah, totally. something changed. Now, I didn't actually meet anyone, but I did find love.
Wait, what?
I know, right? How does that work?
Yeah, exactly. Tell me more.
Well, what I realized was that before I can love someone, I had to install love in my heart.
I can see, I think I know where you're going, but that sounds a little complicated. Like, how did you do that by yourself?
Well, no, I didn't, because I knew that I needed some help. And so the first thing I did was I saw an ad in the magazine Enlightenment Today for a Lucky in Love seminar. I called to register, and they said that the last spot had just filled. No more room. So then I was at the grocery store shopping at Whole Paycheck, and I saw a supplement called Vitamin L. So I tried that for a couple of days, but it gave me heartburn. And then finally I Googled install love, and I found this company called Psycho-Spiritual Emotional Technical Support Incorporated. I called and I got a real person right away. So here's what happened.
Thank you for calling Psycho-Spiritual Emotional Technical Support Incorporated. This is Victoria. How can I help you today?
Well, hello, Victoria. My name is Victor. Funny how that works out there. So after much consideration, I have decided to install love. Can you guide me through this process?
Absolutely. You have called the right place. So do you feel like you're ready to get started?
Well, let's see. I don't quite know. I'm not sure I'm any good at this, but I think I'm ready. What should I do?
All right. No worries, no worries. I'm right here to help you. Got your back this whole time. I'm sure you're going to do just great. Now, the first place we need to start is by opening your heart. Can you go ahead and give that a try? You need to find your heart first.
Okay, hold on. Let's see here. Okay, yes. I found it. However, there are several other programs running right now. Is it okay to install love while those programs are running?
Well, let's see. What programs? Could you tell me what you see there?
Sure. It looks like I've got past hurt, low self-esteem, grudge, and resentment.
Okay, yeah, actually, no problem, no problem. Here, let me just kind of give you an overview of how this is going to work. When we install love, that's going to gradually erase the past hurt. Now, it'll still be in the memory, but it just won't interfere with any of the systems anymore. Now, the love will also eventually overwrite the low self-esteem with a new module, and that's called high self-esteem.
Oh.
So that'll take care of that. Now, those other two, though, that grudge and resentment,
Yeah.
we are going to have to take care of those first before the love will install properly.
Okay.
So can you see if you can turn those off?
Okay. Okay, well, I don't think I know how to turn them off. Can you tell me how?
Yeah, no problem. Sorry, I should have given you some instructions on that. Let's go ahead and take a look. Are you able to see your start menu and see some programs listed in there?
Yes, yeah, there's a little drop-down menu.
Great.
here.
Can you look for one called forgiveness?
Oh, okay, hold on. Yes, okay, yes, here it is, forgiveness. Yeah, I got it.
Yeah, so what I want you to do is when you click on that, you'll actually see the grudge and resentment go away, but they might come back. They can be a little persistent. So you might have to click on it a bunch of times, but eventually, if you do it enough, you'll see that they just permanently disappear. They don't come back.
Okay.
So go ahead and give that a try.
Okay, yeah, all right. Okay, there. Wow, okay, there's a lot of them.
Yeah, it can be sticky, that grudge and resentment.
Okay, there. I'm done. And, oh, hey, look at that. Love has started installing itself. Is that normal?
Yes, that's exactly what we want. But just to give you a heads up, this is just the base program.
Oh, okay.
After we get this installed, you'll need to start connecting with other hearts so that you can get the upgrades.
Oh, the upgrades. Yeah, I want that. I have an error message. It says here that error, program will not run on external components. Now what do I do?
Oh, no worries, no problem. That just means that the love program right now is set up to run on internal hearts, but it has not been run on your heart. So in a more simple way to put it, it just means you have to love yourself before you can love others.
Oh, okay. Well, so what do I do?
Okay, well, let's go back to that start menu. There's actually something that can help us with that. Do you see something in there called self-acceptance? Yes, I found it. Okay, now if you click on that, it's going to give you a folder with some other files in it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so you should see 3 things. You should see self-forgiveness,
Yeah, that's there.
realize your worth,
Yeah.
and acknowledge your limitations.
Okay, yeah, those are all 3 there. That's
All right,
great.
well, when
Done.
you get those 3, I want you to copy them over to the heart directory.
Okay.
We're going to put those in your heart.
Got it. Okay.
And then when those go over there, they're going to start patching some of that faulty programming. There's one other thing we're going to have to delete from your system to make sure we've got everything running tip-top.
Okay.
And this is verbose self-criticism.
Oh.
That's just a technical term for loud negative self-talk.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so let's go ahead and go back to that start menu and
Okay.
let's see if we can search for that. So click that search button in the start menu.
Got it.
You're
Yeah,
going to type that long word, that verbose self-criticism.
verbose self-criticism.
And that's going to find it wherever it can
Got
in
it.
the system.
Yeah. Oh, wow, that's a big file.
Yeah, that's not uncommon.
Okay. Gonna have to do a batch delete on this one.
Yeah, and make sure once you get that to the recycle bin, we definitely want to empty that out.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, good. Okay, yeah, it's working. Deleting. And okay, there we go. And done. There we go. File empty. That's great.
Great. Okay, so just can you tell me what's going on with the heart right now?
Okay, yes. Okay, oh, look at that. My heart has started filling up with new files. And there's a big smile on my monitor, and peace and contentment are actually copying themselves into my heart. This is great.
That is great. That is exactly what we were hoping for. And that means that you have successfully installed love.
All right.
But we need to talk about a couple more things before we hang up, so don't go yet.
Okay.
One more thing. Love is shareware. And so that means you need to be sure to give it and those modules you got there to everyone you meet.
Okay.
And what happens is that helps them share it with others, and then that creates upgrades along the way, and then they share cool things back, and so you'll get upgrades back, they'll get upgrades. It's a win-win for everybody.
That's great. Thank you, Victoria, so much. You have been very helpful.
My pleasure, Victor. Please call us back here at Psycho-Spiritual Emotional Technical Support Incorporated anytime.
Thanks, bye.
Bye. my gosh, Victor, that company sounds amazing.
Oh, totally. And I mean, she was so wonderful and so helpful, and her voice was very familiar. Like I've heard that someplace before. And so now that I have Love running, I see Valentine's Day in a whole new way. And it's not just about romance and greeting cards and stuff like that. When I feed and support my own happiness, I am nourishing my ability to love.
Okay. So what you're finding is that Valentine's Day for you is really about connecting with that love for yourself. And that is what learning it is. You have to learn to find it for yourself first.
Yeah, you can't really give away something you don't have. So I can't offer happiness until I have it for myself. Cultivating happiness by accepting myself and learning to love and heal myself. As the poet Rumi said, why do you knock on every other door? Stop and knock on the door of your own heart. Hey, Nicoya, do you think there's a helpline for actors?
I hope so. And scene. All right. Thank you so much, Victor.
Thank you, Nicoya.
Yeah. Well, we hope that you enjoyed this really, really far from Broadway, way off Broadway production. Just thought it was, as Victor said, play is an important part of love and kindness and those 4 Brahma Viharas that we chanted at the beginning. So I invite you to just take a minute to let that sense of whatever came up for you during that Dharma talk, just to embody that and let that be there, right? It wasn't a traditional Dharma talk, and so it doesn't need to be a traditional way of taking it in, right? So just, it feels good to take a conscious breath and just be with the moment. And we'll begin to move into our loving kindness meditation, which is a way that we can begin to connect to our own hearts and to connect our heart to others. And as always, as I like to say, loving kindness practice is a full sensory experience. It's called a heart practice, not a head practice. And so to help connect with all the senses, we can start with the body by perhaps choosing a mudra that might feel supporting and connecting. So some options for that include the classic Anjali mudra, the prayer mudra, hands in front of the heart center. You might also place one or both hands over the heart, connecting in a real embodied way with the heart center. Sometimes making a fist with one hand and placing that next to the heart and then covering it with the other can create a sense of both strength and support and protection. And of course, you can always just offer yourself the kindness of holding your own hand and resting your hands gently in your heart. And eyes can be open or closed at any time during this practice, whatever feels appropriate for you. And so I invite you to draw in a nice open breath if that feels good. And if it doesn't feel right, you can also just imagine your heart center opening even just a micrometer. And then as you breathe out, notice the shoulders, the chest, the belly naturally settle into the support of gravity, into Mother Earth's loving hold, a hold that never goes away. We're never at risk of floating away. We're always held safely. So you can connect to that sense at any time during this practice. And I invite you to call to mind an image of yourself in your mind's eye, perhaps even the sound of yourself, engaging all senses, as you also bring part of your awareness to your body, maybe to that sense of soothing touch that you offer to yourself, or just to the body as a whole. And imagine that you are sending yourself these wishes for goodwill, remembering that we must first have love for ourselves before we can truly offer it to others. So you can repeat silently to yourself these wishes of loving kindness. May I be filled with loving kindness. May I be safe from inner and outer dangers. May I be well in body and mind. May I be at ease and happy. And as you invite in another conscious breath, you might feel the heart space open and expand. You might visualize it. You might hear even more clearly a wish for goodwill as you bring to mind a dear friend, a loved one, some person or being that it's easy to imagine smiling at. It's easy to bring up a sense of tenderness. And send them with mind and body these good wishes. May you be filled with loving kindness. May you be safe from inner and outer dangers. May you be well in body and mind. May you be at ease and happy. Inviting in another expansive breath into the heart, drawing in imaginary light, and then sending it back out with the breath in the mind's eye as you bring to mind a neutral person, someone you don't know well, maybe someone you passed on the way here, someone you've seen in the hallways, a neighbor, a clerk at a store. As you send these wishes of loving kindness, may you be filled with loving kindness. May you be safe from inner and outer dangers. May you be well in body and mind. May you be at ease and happy. Another conscious breath, growing that warmth in the heart area, even if it's just still an ember, feeding it fresh air to fuel that brightness and warmth. As you call to mind someone with whom you have a challenging relationship, perhaps not the most challenging, and remembering as you bring this person to mind that you are both literally connected and held by the same earth, that same gravitational pull. And that if you were both truly happy and well, that this sense of challenge and unease in the relationship would likely be much less, if not gone altogether. So a wish for their well-being is truly a wish for the well-being of all. And so with heart and mind, we offer them these words. May you be filled with loving kindness. May you be safe from inner and outer dangers. May you be well in body and mind. May you be at ease and happy. Another conscious breath. Again, growing that ember of loving kindness until it radiates from our heart center. And remember that that warmth is for us. It starts with us. And so feeling that in your heart and feeling it begin to spread and imagining and seeing it begin to spread to those in this room. And that warmth of loving kindness moves beyond this room to all beings in this building, to encompass this entire city, this entire region, these states that connect to each other in this form that we call this nation. And every time you breathe in and breathe out, you see this light and warmth grow brighter and larger, growing to encompass this entire planet we call Earth, and perhaps even sending this light and warmth to all universes known and unknown, to all beings known and unknown. So we offer these words. May we all be filled with loving kindness. May we all be safe from inner and outer dangers. May we all be well in body and mind. May we all be at ease and happy. Another expansive breath. And whenever you're ready, open your eyes and smile.
And in the true spirit of Dana, the Buddhist practice of generosity, temple services are given freely. In the same way, if you choose to give, please give with a generous heart, which means not in return for anything that you have received today, but rather so that those who may be seeking refuge may find it here with this temple, with these teachers, with these teachings, and with this Sangha. And we take a moment of gratitude in our hearts for all of our wonderful ambassadors, those folks who have committed themselves to regular monthly electronic giving. And it's not about the amount, it's just that the monthly giving helps us to set a budget here. And if you'd like to become an ambassador, simply stop by our website, templebuddhistcenter.com, and then just click on the love offering button. Or you can also text Unity Temple to 77977. Also, the Dana boxes are located at the back of the meditation hall. And tremendous gratitude for all of our amazing volunteers. There are so many people that are working so hard, volunteering their time, their talents, their treasures to help Temple Buddhist Center expand its offerings to nourish people spiritually and to provide a foundation and a support for everyone's practice. Also, tremendous gratitude to Rochelle for being the orchestra pit in our Broadway musical. Thank you so much to, of course, Eric for keeping Temple Buddhist Center on the airwaves. Thank you, Nicoya, for playing with me today. This was a lot of fun. And thank you to each and every one of you for sharing your presence, your heart, your talents and treasures with us here at Temple Buddhist Center. We are the better for it. And so as we prepare to end our time together, we're going to do the bodhicitta dedication. And then I have just a couple of announcements about some things that are coming up. And so our bodhicitta dedication together. May the pure, brilliant sun of bodhicitta dawn in each and every heart and mind, dispelling the darkness of suffering and confusion unstoppably until all are illumined and awakened. And with the palms of our hands together in front of our hearts, as we go forth now from this place, may we enter each moment in innocence, guided by the wisdom of our hearts. And as we open our hands, open our eyes, shine our light into the world. Namaste. Again, thank you everyone so much. Just a couple of things I want to point out. Now remember, last Sunday was our Helping Hands Sunday, but because of some shipping and some staffing issues, we weren't able to get all the blue bags out, but they are out there today. We want to encourage families to take one and then keep that in your car. And as you move about the city, should you encounter a person experiencing homelessness, you can offer them this bag that has all kinds of little essentials and things like that in it, some gloves and socks and those kinds of things. So those are the Helping Hands. Don't forget our post-service discussion group, which meets right to the left as you exit the meditation hall. All the way to the end of the hallway to the left is where they meet. That's an opportunity to come together and talk with Sangha members and kind of talk about the Dharma talk itself and how that applies to your life. Also, our Vesak retreat. Vesak is our celebration of the birth, the enlightenment, and transition of the Buddha, and that is coming up May 18th through the 21st. It is residential, commuter, or virtual. So you have 3 ways to participate in the retreat, and we will have all the registration information up within the next couple weeks here. And then also, Meditation 101 is every second Sunday of the month, which is today. So today at 1 o'clock, we will be right back here in this room for 1 hour to open the forum for anybody that would like to talk about their meditation and mindfulness practice. If you'd like to learn techniques, skills, or even just mull over some issues or speed bumps that you are encountering in your practice, this is the place for that at 1 o'clock today. So it gives you a chance to maybe get some coffee and something to eat and then come on back and join us for that discussion. What? And there is Zoom for that, everybody at home. There is Zoom available for that. Just go to the Facebook page or the website, and you can join us that way as well. Thank you, Nicoya. Don't forget the Buddha in the Bean every Tuesday morning at 9. And we have lots of wonderful Buddhism and recovery programs. Dave leads the Thursday evening Recovery Dharma program at 7. And every Sunday at 12:30, we have the Buddhism in 12-step, otherwise known as vitamin B12. And so finally, a couple important things. Probably the most important, I'll end with this, is our TBC day-long retreat is coming up March 5th, and the registration has opened for that. So you are welcome to join us. It is a day-long retreat. It works very well for folks who might have very busy lives and families and jobs and find it impossible to really get away for a 5, 6, 7-day retreat. This is a day-long, and our theme is From the Heart, Communication and the Practice. And so the registration is open. You can join either in person or virtual. And so, don't forget our lending library is right here, and we've had a few new books offered. And a quick note, if you're not receiving the Temple Buddhist Center newsletter, please check, for example, maybe your spam folder, because it does go out to about 3,000 people. So when your Outlook or your Google sees that, it kind of goes, oh, that's spam. So check it there. I sent one out yesterday on this exact topic today on love and the Buddhist practice. So if you're not getting the email, then there's a little sign-up sheet out front, and you can sign up to get the Temple Buddhist Center newsletter. All right, friends, thank you so much, and I wish you peace, blessings, and little chocolate hearts.